The Happy Ghast is here and it's time to find out. Is it overpowered or overrated? Let's get into it. You know that fire-breathing ball of terror we all dread running into when we finally muster up the courage to go into the nether? This mob is basically that, but happy? So how exactly does this mob completely change Minecraft, you might ask? Before I answer that, let's talk about how you get one of these big, cute, happy mobs. And for this, we need to obtain a new item called a dried ghast, so put on your gold boots because we're going to the nether. Once you're on the other side of the portal, you will be faced with 3 options, and you guessed it, they are find, craft, or trade. Now the best option is going to be find, so for that let's head to the Soul Sand Valley. Once you get there, you will find several giant fossil structures, and roughly 1/3 of them will contain a dried ghast, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. The second best option is trading. For this, you will need gold ingots and a piglin. Now there's a 2% chance they'll give you a dried ghast, so make sure you bring at least 2 stacks of gold. This isn't a bad option, but definitely not cheap, so not recommended for early game. The final option is crafting. This recipe calls for 8 ghast tears and 1 soul sand, which means you will need to fight a lot of the not so happy ghast, so yeah, don't do that. Once you've got yourself a dried ghast, it's time to go back to the overworld because, let's be honest, there's no happiness to be found in the nether. Now to hatch this thing, if that's the right word for what we're doing here, I recommend digging a 3x3 hole, and this isn't required, but it will keep this nest clean while you're waiting. Inside this hole, you need to place your dried ghast in the middle, then pour some water on top of it and you should see it sparkle. If it doesn't sparkle, it won't become happy, so I guess that means sparkles equal happiness? Okay then. Now once it sparkles, you'll need to let it soak for about 20 minutes and then it will become a ghastling. From there, wait another 20 minutes and kabooshki, you got yourself a big happy floating friend. Now you can speed up the process by feeding the ghastling snowballs, but this isn't required, so if you don't already have them, don't sweat it. Literally. From there, just craft yourself a harness with any color of your choosing and you're ready to gear up and hit the skies, which leads me to my next point. The pros. First off, this is the first ever official Minecraft mob that you can fly on, and that's pretty cool. This means that you now have the option of easy long distance travel without having to beat the Ender Dragon and find yourself an Elytra. For the hardcore players out there, this doesn't seem like a big deal, but there's actually a lot of players that have never fought the dragon, so for them, it's pretty big. Now let's look at our next reason why this mob is so overpowered, and for that, let me ask you this. Have you ever wanted to relocate your base but didn't because transporting everything was too much work? Well, not anymore, because you can attach mobs or boats with chests to your Happy Ghast. That's right, you heard me correctly. All you need to do is put a lead on your target and then squat down to attach it to your Happy Ghast. On top of that, there is no limit to how many mobs or boats with chests you can transport at one time. This means you can move all of your mobs or inventory to your new base location in one trip. And the leads have been completely reworked as well, so they're cheaper to craft, less likely to break, and can now be used to chain multiple mobs together. Although I don't recommend this when transporting on the ghast. As amazing as this is, that's not even the best part, because our next reason why this mob is so overpowered is the real game changer. Not only can you transport mobs and boats, but you can also transport mobs in boats, which means, yes, we can use the ghast to transport villagers. No more spending endless hours trying to transport villagers by foot with all the annoying obstacles that come with that. Now I'm sure the wheels in your head are spinning and you're getting all sorts of ideas of what to do first with your Happy Ghast, but in a sense, it is kind of too good to be true. So let's talk about that for a second. The cons. Now don't get me wrong, the Happy Ghast is an awesome addition to the game, but for whatever reason, nobody is talking about this one major flaw. Until now, the Happy Ghast is super slow. Like, so slow it almost makes me not want to use it at all. I mean, I've seen the smell of farts travel across a room faster than this mob. Seriously. And for a mob that's entire appeal is that you can fly on it and transport other things, this is a major problem, so I'm surprised no one has mentioned this yet. Final verdict, overpowered or overrated? Despite its flaws, the Happy Ghast is definitely overpowered and can completely change the way we play the game. Keep in mind this is new territory for Mojang, which is likely why they made it fly so slow at first, although I think they may have nerfed it a little too much. But they could change that in the future, so I wouldn't completely give up on our happy new friend just yet. Another thing this mob shows us is the thinking at Mojang, and I love that they're moving in this direction. Overall, I think the future is bright for Minecraft, and I can't wait to see what Mojang does next. With that being said, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment with your thoughts. My name is Beaner Schnitzel, and remember, legends never die, good gaming, and good night.